we establish it. This is the map, geologic map of Al-Ahwaz. As you see, you don't see the name of Iran, because Iran actually never existed as the present Iran. They were an empire, like the Turkish, the Ottoman Empire, who the government they served about 500 years in the Middle East. So, like the Ottoman Empire, the Greek, the Roman, and the Persian. So, and in fact, Iran is only this area. What you see, Tehran. Maybe this is the only one. The Persian, they are less than 35% of 75 million inhabitants in Iran at the present time. So this is Al-Ahwaz, as you see, the national flag. In Iran, there are 5 minorities. So Al-Ahwaz, about 50 million people. As you see, Balochistan, they are also a minority. They are also oppressed by the government of Iran. Turkmenistan, as you see. Kurdistan is famous. I think everybody knows about the situation of Kurdistan and also the name. As you know, Kurdistan are about 4 different countries: Iran, Iraq, Syria, and Turkey. And as you see above, Azerbaijan, which is after the fall of the Soviet Union, they have they made it more parts of Azerbaijan. So all 5 of these minorities, they are fighting not only for human their rights, not only for their rights, but also for self-determination. Al-Ahwaz became under control of Persia at that time, April 20, 1925. It's nice to mention that Al-Ahwaz was the first Arabic emirate in Arabic history. The first one, and the most famous one, and also the most powerful one. At that time, we were protecting, especially at the sea, United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, and even Saudi Arabia. It became a time that, especially in 20, before the colonization of Al-Ahwaz by Persia, that Iraq, our neighbor, their king, he died, and they had no one that can follow him. So the king the prince of Al-Ahwaz, Sheikh Khazal, his name, he made himself a candidate to rule over Iraq. But at that time, there were 2 powerful foreigners, Britain and the Russian. So they didn't want that we, Al-Ahwaz, at that time, to become more powerful. So they grabbed the grandfather or present of the present king of Jordan, King Abdullah II, and they made him the king of Iraq. So it's I give you a very short history. It's has been Arabic country from over 4,000 years before Christ. However, the Persian self, their historian, they said 6,000 before Christ. The area of Al-Ahwaz is about 375 kilometers square. It's, if you want to count, to be exact, 10.4 bigger than Netherlands. 10.4 bigger than the Netherlands, to be exact. Population of 50 million Arabian people. This is very important. The borders, have you seen maybe? I can go back. The borders of Al-Ahwaz. As you see, Iran by itself we don't have any link or any connection with the sea, the Arabian Gulf, which they later on they called it, or they named it Persian Gulf. There is no connection from the north to the south. As you see, all are Arabic countries. It's a very strategical point here. This is what we, America and Iran, when they, Iran especially when they, I said we will close the Hormuz Strait. This is because the oil transportation is coming from here. And Iran by itself, if one day we have our freedom again, like before 1920, this means that Iran will die, literally and figuratively. Why? Because Iran don't have any economy. No oil, no gas, no nothing. So you can imagine why we, after 88 years, we are still colonized and still occupied by Iran. The only thing, the only economy what Iran have is selling pistachio. This is the only thing. Pistachio and yes, the tabiit, what they call it, Persian tabiit. That's all. No more. The West has made research about the richdom of all of us. According to the research made by West, Europe, and America, they found out that we and all of us have, for the next 400 years, we still have oil. 400 years. And gas, about 450 to 500 years gas. So Russia is the first country, the biggest country on this planet, is the first exporting gas, and we are the second. Decolonization. 1925 by Reza Khan and his army. Reza Khan was the father of the last Shah of Iran. His family at this moment are some in USA and some in France. Faradiba, the wife of the last Shah, but the father of the last Shah, Reza Khan, he came from a very poor family. He was, and actually he was a soldier, no more than that. A soldier, and he, step by step, he became more powerful. From soldier to became a sergeant, from sergeant to colonel, till he get general. So actually, at that time, he made some kind of coup over the military coup at that time. So if you go back to their history, there were no any empire, there were no any royalty family. So became like Hitler, for example. This picture you see is the first entrance by Iranian or Persian military to Ahvaz in 1925. The first entrance. The famous one, Reza Khan himself. So he was at that time a general, and he led the military colonization to Ahvaz. Of course, he had, unfortunately, there was at that time nobody, no any other foreigners powers to stop him of the colonization. This is very important, Ahvaz and Great Britain. When Reza Khan started marching with his army from the mountains between us, the natural mountains between us and Iran, from south till north of Iran. It calls the Zagros Mountains. So he started marching with his army, and he came down from